Eastwood just had a movie come out as director. Pretty good movie. Juror Number 2, I think is the name of it.
Okay.
Very in the wrong hands, kind of a Lifetime thriller. It's a story about a juror that's on a murder case that, as the case goes on, realizes that he actually had something to do with the murder. Very melodramatic and like not really believable, but like a pretty good story, well acted. I'm going to go out on a limb and say the best film ever directed by a 94-year-old. I think that is got to be without saying. I thought it was a very good movie, and it's a fucking shame that it basically didn't get a release. And it makes no sense, and I've read numerous pieces about it being like Warner Brothers just botched the hell out of this, or Warner Brothers, yeah, I think it was Warner Brothers. They're just like, we'll release it to a few cities, and then it'll go to streaming, and people were like, this is a fucking shame. Any movie comes out, you have to assume it could be Clint Eastwood's last movie, right? I mean,
Yes.
Clint Eastwood,
Yeah, 100%.
Hollywood icon. You know, you don't do that to Clint Eastwood, right? You don't do that to Martin Scorsese. You don't do
No.
that to Stanley Kubrick, like some of the legends. And he's not as good a director as them, but as a filmmaking, as a film icon, I think he is. And then also, like, in general, Eastwood, his movies make money. As a director, he's had, like, some of his biggest hits have been in the last 10,
he's
15
had
years.
lots
Like,
of
his movies
hits.
are consistently successful.
Yeah.
Like, not only is it, like, kind of disgusting what they did to him, it's kind of dumb on their part. Like, the last few movies have been big. I know this was 10 years ago now, but American Sniper was huge. The Mule was a sizable hit. Like, Eastwood is box office as director. And it's like, it just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, and also, like, but do you think they're moving it to streaming because, like, movie theaters are dying? Or are dead, essentially?
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like certain people, again, reading a few of these pieces were like, they've been saying this for years, but that this is a sign of the end times, a sign of the end of an era, right? You know, Scorsese's doing streaming movies now, right? The Irishman went straight to Netflix. Killers of the Flower Moon was like an Apple TV Plus thing.
Yeah.
Now, at least with those movies, length had something to do with that. Juror Number 2 is an hour, 15-minute movie, probably, you know. I don't know. It's sad, though. I mean...
Yeah, it's sad what they've done to Eastwood, but it's also sad that movie theaters are dying. And it's not necessarily that I love movie theaters, because I think they're very expensive, but I think the act of going to the movies to see a new movie is fun, and that can...
It's still special. It's still
is.
special
It
to me.
feels special.
I'm going to be... It's going to be very disappointing when that doesn't feel special.